So here we are, this season, 2019, 2020. The Houston Rockets are considered title contenders. How are you feeling about this team right now?
I think we're in a good place. We got 3 L's, but, I think we let 2 of those slip away. Adjustments that, 10 games in, it's normal. But, overall, like the pieces that we have more than enough. It's just, clicking together and figuring it out as soon as possible.
You say more than enough. More than enough for what?
To win the chip.
To win the chip.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Yeah.
So far this season, when you talk about Russell Westbrook being a member of this team, what kind of adjustment, if any, have you specifically had to make?
I haven't made any. Obviously, I try to find spots for us to get him going or whatnot. And I just try to put myself in his shoes. He's obviously had a franchise for the last 12 years, so I don't want to make it I want to make it as comfortable for him as I can. You know what I'm saying? And give him the ball and allow him to do what makes him great. And then I'll just figure everything else out, which normally happen. But it's only, like I said, it's been 10 games, so far so good.
In your career, you've been to 4 conference finals. 4 conference finals, 2 with Oklahoma City, 1 of the NBA Finals berth, obviously, and another 2 with Houston, but you haven't gotten to the NBA Finals yet. When you look at yourself right now in your career, where do you feel you are? How much time do you have left? Do you feel like you're running out of time?
No, I don't feel like I'm running out of time. I don't feel like running out of time. I've had, a few opportunities. But just overall, as I look at the roster, and that's one of the reasons I put so much work in with the front office, because just detailed and players. And from last year we had like a lot of younger guys, and this year we got a lot of we got a vet team, and with the addition obviously of Russ, but we got another vet in Tyson, who has championship mindset that can help us get to where we want to go. But ultimately, obviously it relies on me and Russ. So time is not running out, but we're ready now.
You're 30 years of age. People look at you. You averaged 36 last year. You're averaging 37 a game right now. Playing the way that you play in this system, do you believe that can deliver the chip?
Yeah, but honestly, it's not even about me scoring. Like, I don't go in the game trying to score, all those points. I just try to make the best reads as possible. And the way teams are guard now, they're trying to, eliminate the shooters and make me finish and make me be the scorer. So, I mean, it is what I have to do until the teams adjust. But, I go in there and try to make the best play, whether it's scoring, whether it's making the play for my shooters or my bigs. And, every game is different.
Let's get a little personal here from the perspective. We look at your numbers and what you do to the regular season. In the postseason, the numbers are there, but shooting percentage, things of that nature, people bring that stuff into question. Yeah. Do you feel that you have been fairly critiqued over the last few years? How do you feel about that?
No, but I'm not someone to just complain about it, or argue or debate about it. Like, I'm just, whatever's in front of me, whatever, is on my plate, I just deal with it. I figure it out. And whether it's, teammates, whether it's coaches, whether it's the situation I'm in, I'm not the type to point fingers or blame or put anybody. And I just put it on myself, and I just try to find ways to come out on top. And it hasn't happened so far, but I'll keep pushing until it happens.
Well, listen, even though I've been known to debate every now and then, the bottom line is we're not going to debate here. The floor is yours. When people talk about your game, what is it about their critique of your game that you believe people don't get right, that they've misconstrued, that they've gotten?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah. Or he's looking for foul calls, or he flops, or this style of play can't win, or, well, in the system of basketball, well, if a team is running an offense, who do you want to have the ball in your hands in the game or during the game? Your best player. So all the stuff that happens, the system and offense that we run, the coach has the ball in my hands or Russ' hands. Like, that's our offense. And as far as drawing or looking for fouls and all, like, I just go out there and play basketball. I think the game, and I can't. I'm faulted for that.
Let me tell you what I've noticed. I've watched you, and my personal critique of you, I think I'm talking to the person that should have won the last 2 league MVP honors. I've been unapologetic about it. That's where I stand.
It's all good.
Having said all of that, I do watch you, seeing how unstoppable you are as a one-on-one player. Yeah. And what I say consistently is that in a best 4 of 7, the best 4 of 7 series, where teams have an opportunity to game plan and prepare with days off for you, you're going to need more than that in order to win the championship eventually. To that, you say what?
Yeah, well, that's when we whatever teams do, we watch film on them, and we try to counteract on what they do, And for me, I'm a gym rat, so I watch film, and obviously I know what teams guard me certain ways, and I was just trying to find ways to exploit that. And obviously it's all about shot making, and it's about being aggressive. I think when I'm aggressive and I'm in attack mode, it doesn't matter what scheme or defense you run, because I'm gonna get to my spot and get my shot off. So you look at 2 years ago, we played one-on-one ISO ball, and we were a game away from the finals. Last year, our roster, we just didn't have enough. So it's not about me one-on-one. It's not about our system and our style of play. Like, in order to win or have an opportunity to win this league, you got to have players, and you got to have talent. And last year, we just didn't have enough. 2 years ago, we had a chance. Fortunate injuries happened, and this year, we're going to run it again.
Last year, after you had lost to the Golden State Warriors, it was the 4th time in 5 years that you...
And we're not losing to no regular team.
That's right.
So, I mean, what you want me to do?
Right. When you lost to Golden State, you had you were on the podium, post-game conference, and you said, "I know what the problem is. I know what we need to do." Has it been done? Was it done in the offseason?
Yeah, it's not even about one player. It's about we had a lot of young guys. We bring in Tyson Chandler, Thabo Sefolosha, like experienced guys that can help us. Obviously then Austin and all the other guys, Daniel House, those guys have another year under their belt. But it's about experience. Like, you look at these contenders and the Warriors and Toronto Raptors, they all had experience. It's rare you're gonna win a championship with young guys, and so that's what I was referring to, not an individual player.
I'm looking at the Houston Rockets right now, and I gotta admit this. At the start of the season, off-season rather, you saw Kawhi Leonard and Paul George go to the Los Angeles Clippers. You saw LeBron get AD added to the Lakers. Houston appeared to be an afterthought. But then you watch you and Russell Westbrook. You see his ability to get open shots for guys like yourself, Eric Gordon, etc. And the Golden State Warriors are not what they once were because KD is gone. Klay Thompson is out. The window of opportunity appears to be better than ever this year. Do you view it that way?
Of course.
Does that add more pressure to you to win this year?
Nope.
Why not?
I mean, nobody's really talking about us. They talking about them 2 teams in LA, and so, and then the team in Milwaukee. We playing it cool. We gonna stick to the script. Every single day is gonna be a grind, and we gonna figure it out. And at the end of the season, the goal is to be holding up that championship.
Do you like it that way?
Yeah, I love it that way.
You like people quiet, not talking about y'all at all?
I love it.
Because?
Underdogs. Nobody, let them talk about them. We don't need no attention. We're going to focus on what's in the locker room and every single day, work our butts off to get to where we want to go.
Last couple of questions. Russell Westbrook being here, what does he bring to this team in your estimation?
He bring a different dynamic, something that I haven't had since, obviously, I was in Oklahoma City. Like, his, obviously, athleticism, his ability to draw so much attention, to create open shots for our shooters and our bigs. Like, other than, Chris, I've always had to do all the playmaking, and the scoring and that. So you bring another guy, same level, of playmaking ability. It just opens the floor for myself and for our team. That's on the court. Off the court, it's just different. I've been knowing Russ since I was 10 years old. So he brings that energy and that friendship that can carry on the court as well.
In my opinion, this is the greatest opportunity you've had to win a championship in your career in Houston.
Facts.
Do you believe that?
Facts. 100%.
Does that mean you're going to deliver?
Take advantage of the opportunity.
Are you saying you're going to do it or you need to do it?
I am. We are.
James Harden and the Houston Rockets are going to win the championship.
Correct.
This year.
Let's get it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.